We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud. EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Philadelphia Eagles. Shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Sanders with a carry on first down as he picks his way forward for a gain of 5. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Second down, back to Sanders. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. And for the moment, this will be a first down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. They go play action with Hurts. Airing it out deep for Smith. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Shit, shit, shit. Slam, slam. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, bang. Motion.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And, Charles, for this defense, they're a confident bunch. Some may say maybe too confident at times. How do you think that they approach a game like this when they're taking on a team that's lost 4 straight?
Well, if they're anything like their head coach, they're relying on that confidence. You and I both were sort of surprised at his weekly press conference when he was asked about this being a trap game. And he was almost boasting that he didn't see anything to worry about. That surprised both of us in a big way because we know that can be a dangerous tactic because I can guarantee you the guys on the other side, they heard that, and they're looking for anything to galvanize them.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
It's going to be a long day. Line 42, line 42. Let's go. Check, 42's the mic. Check, 42.
Block off of play action. He finds his man, complete. It's Beck. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Complete. Smith has it. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
On 2nd down now, it's Sanders, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And incomplete on the deep ball. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. And they tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. From the gun, it's Hurts. And this one is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Not good at all. Punted just 24 yards there. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They fake the handoff. Now Locke. He'll bite, and he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll go up top here for Hamler. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And it's caught. And he is out of bounds here. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
second down and goal. Hurts throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles on just 2 plays have taken the lead. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip.
Next to score, Eagles 7, Broncos nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Locke looks to throw it again. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Shamar Stephen there on the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts. And he'll get this underneath to Scott. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to them, 15 big yards. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Locke to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line.
So, partner, that play broke huge. And when you can get a guy into the open field after the catch, he does actually turn into a running back. But in this case,
that's not his role.
No, not ultimately, because he didn't do what? He didn't secure the football. And if he had done that, that play would have been spectacular. Instead, he turns it over.
Yeah, a big play, all for naught. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
Sanders again, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll get this one to Patrick. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Lock on target to Fant for a Bronco 1st down. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. A field goal would tie it, but they want more. They're going for it.
Bandit. Mike 42, Mike 42. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Mike's 42, Mike's 42. All day, every day, any day. Mike 42, Mike 42. Yeah.
They'll go for it. It's Locke. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, a full half to be played. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. On 1st down, Hurts. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Watkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts looking here for Smith downfield. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles would extend their lead here just before halftime. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break. He's going to look deep down the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Tim Patrick that time, and it's second down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They look to throw. It's Locke. He's going to try and go deep again. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll throw now on the final play. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
6 yards left on second down. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Now it's the backup, Bridgewater. And open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Completes it to Fant on the right side. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gore. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Bridgewater to Sutton, 1st down, Denver. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Bridgewater. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. A very valuable 9-yard pickup, and now they're set up a little better here for 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Javonte Williams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Hurts. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Hurts sets up to throw it. That'll be caught. It's Rager. And just shutting him off there. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Hurts. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Shamar Stephen showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
47 to left, 47. Check, check, 47.
They're going to look to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Here's 2nd and a yard. From the gun, Bridgewater. This one swung out to Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. This quick pass complete to Sutton. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. They try the left side here with Williams. Williams is going to have the first down and a little more. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
And a run like that shouldn't surprise anyone who's ever seen Javonte Williams play. Compact, strong, physical runner. He ran for 1,000 yards at North Carolina last year. In fact, it was over 1,100. And 19 touchdowns in addition. And that's despite sharing the backfield with another 1,000-yard rusher, Michael Carter, who was taken in the 4th round by the Jets. Najee Harris and Travis Etienne were taking over him. But many thought that Javonte Williams might be the best back in the draft. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They go play action. Bridgewater. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Here's second and 10. And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Well executed there on second down. So do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility. But now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in a long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Looking to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's second and 1. They'll look to throw here. And that's complete to Sanders. They go backwards there 2 yards, and second and 1 is now third and 3.
And that's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped it pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll set up a throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they didn't. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack. After the sack on first down, Bridgewater. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Bridgewater. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time, fourth down, Bridgewater. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. They'll run on first down. It's Sanders. He's to the 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, 22 yards. And the Eagles are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Play fake, Bridgewater. And he's going to have a first down, but he's tackled inbounds up near midfield. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Avonte Maddox. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And they take a knee. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Eagles, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, add one more loss to the column. That